lobby open.
There should just be another window. Close MTGO and reopen it.
Okay. Oh, good. Oh, exciting. Now I'm stumbling over my password. Mm,
All right, so now we get to build on a timer,
we do,
and maybe we
although
don't get to build.
maybe we don't get to build on a timer and we get the auto build.
Oh, jeez, the auto build. No, please no.
Does the auto
Not the
build
auto.
know what lands to add, or does it just add every land?
Yes, what it does is it puts every card from your deck into your deck, every card from your board and deck into your deck, and then hits suggest and plays that.
You know, for our deck, that would be not the worst as far as
No, it wouldn't be unplayable.
auto builds go. It would be
It would have maybe we get to just play turn one confidant.
yeah, confidant. We could surprise the hell out of someone with Inquisition Ghost Leg. Uh, we could bury it alive to do nothing.
Ooh, well, we could bury it alive to set up Sun Titan.
We could.
It's very sad that we don't have.
It's loading my deck files.
Are you streaming now?
I had the thing gone. I don't know why.
Okay,
So maybe they wouldn't see my password and I was typing it. No.
that's fine. That's fine.
It may take several minutes. Great.
Please wait some minutes.
Um, MTGO, please. I can at least,
Come
worst
on.
comes to worst, I can like get the event number and
Right, you can get you absolutely can get your tickets back from this sort of crash.
especially since I like have infinite proof that it just went like zoop.
Right, and it wasn't like the client crashed. It was just like okay, the client did crash, but it was like the event just disappeared, and now it's not letting you jump back in. Like this is most definitely a.
I'm gonna bring down the stream and see if that makes it look. No wait, as soon as I say that, oh my deck building has started.
Okay.
Um,
How much time?
you have 6 minutes. Oh yeah, let's just throw every white
Oh,
card in.
okay. So that's not actually as bad as I thought. So yeah, take every white card, put it in, and then
Mox Pearl, Precursor Golem, Black
Solemn
Lotus,
Simulacrum.
Simulacrum, Mox Pearl. Do I actually play Lion's Eye Diamond?
No, you can't use it. You actually have to discard your hand before you cast
Oh
the
right,
spell.
it's the bad Black Lotus. That's right.
It's funnily enough still really good in old formats because
Yeah,
cheating.
my my lands. This is 32.
I also like the art on Lion's Eye Diamond.
It's I have that. I think I have that.
Speaking
card
of
now.
art, now that you weren't around for this conversation, pull up Black Lotus and pull up its art and take a look at it.
Oh, I know they made new ones.
Look at the new art on it.
Ah, it's got a skull.
Yeah, there's a skeleton who
A skeleton.
he wanted the Black Lotus.
I can understand that. Actually, how many are we at? We're actually at 28. Or maybe 29. Should I count Black Lotus as
Yeah,
a land or not?
I don't think we can because we got a lot of top end. Like we really want to hit some of these like fours.
Okay, then we're at 29 then.
Okay, what do we want to cut first?
Um, Probably something at 3. Or maybe
I was thinking like
do we actually want
yeah.
route?
Yeah, I was thinking of Wraths, honestly.
I feel like Nev's Disc is a safe include. I don't know about route though. I can just sort of like play Nev's Disc and just leave it there and be like, haha.
Medibot, this is Golem Tribal.
Is this Golem Tribal? Precursor Golem, Solemn Simulacrum, and then over here is Blade Splicer somewhere. Here she is.
Yeah. President Arc, Ajani actually has the specific card in the cube that I would want for him. It's Kitchen Finks. Because you can continuously reset the persist on it.
Yep, because you just like zippity doo dah, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, route can come out, I think.
Honestly, I think you can just cut both the Wraths. It's
How cool.
because this is an aggressive deck.
Man, look at, we top out at 4 except for our 3 pieces of top end, counting Precursor
I like
Gold
that.
as top end.
Especially with the Lotus rolling around in here.
Suggestertron might, let me see.
It'll tell you like 2 swamp, a swamp and a forest at least.
It said exactly that, a swamp and a forest.
Okay.
What else? I need.
So you need to make
4 cuts.
at least 3 more cuts.
Oh, there's Wall of Omens is a creature that can attack. But do we actually need land tax?
That's always hard to answer. Like it's one of the cards that always hits the cutting table
Yeah.
earlier for me.
Also, we're running out of time, which is 3 minutes. Warning.
Okay, how about like a Johnny, maybe Solemn, honestly.
Yeah, Solemn. He's not very great, so like.
Well, he's your top end here, and your top end is
Is Linvala and Elspeth and Hero of Bladehold. So yeah, let's say probably land tax 2 and maybe Wall of Omens. That brings us to 24. I respect and love Wall of Omens, but I need cuts.
I was honestly thinking a Johnny. I don't know, man.
Is he our weakest 3? Or is like Still Moon Cavalier?
Still Moon's protections are just too
It's like Johnny.
relevant.
What does Johnny's other things actually do? He makes cats.
Flying
Double strike. That's
Flying
what I care
double
about.
strike.
And that's 23.
Yeah.
Monetize is in here? Do I actually play Monetize? If I play Wall of Omens over Monetize, I think I can.
Yeah, you can do that. Wall of Omens has a better interaction with Sun Titan and your blink effects.
Yeah. Oh, and then that's 23. And then in come my lands, and then just give me planes.
The big thing is here you're playing like you honestly are at like 16 land, and one of those is a Mazavith, but I think you still should be okay.
Yeah, because we have Mox and Pearl, and also we top out at 4 without our top end. Like, if I have 4 lands, I can win the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If I have Trubs, I can... Also, we have, like, 50 seconds left.
We made it.
We made it. Hooray.
But yeah. The thing with Wall of Omens I really like is it just like it lets you play Flicker Wisp without a real target and still feel good about it. You know, you're like, oh, I guess I'll just flicker my Wall of Omens and make this 3/1 draw card.
It also annoys the other aggro decks. Like, we'll play against the bad red deck, and I'll just play Wall of Omens, and they'll be sad. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's 4... I can't beat 4 toughness.
President Arc, yes, those are from Unhinged. In the cube, in the holiday cube, they give you those lands because they like to make everything look shiny.
So do you want to turn 1 Wall of Omens or turn 1 Student of Warfare level up?
Oh, Moxu.
So I think I keep this hand.
I would go. Oh my god! Yeah, you can absolutely keep this hand. Go with the go. You know, keep this hand. See how low your opponent mulligans.
Most of 6 with Misty Forest. So
Murder your opponent.
with Student of Warfare, right?
Kill your opponent with
Zoop.
moves. This is
Zoop.
so silly.
Level up.
The power of the Mox.
Mm. Oh, and these instep busting is Misty Forest for a volcanic island.
Okay. He might not be in green.
Yeah, he's
It's
probably
entirely
not.
possible he's playing that fetch just to get that duel. So next turn, yeah, this is the right play because next turn you get to level Student Warfare to 2 and then play Wall them and still have all the mana.
Here comes Wooded Foothills. Busted immediately for a forest. He is Rug.
Oh, he is Rug.
Sylvan Caryatid. I've got a bad.
Okay.
I've got bad news for you.
Yeah. I guess you also play Factory as well as your land for turn.
Yeah.
Because you want to get that down as quick as possible. This is good.
Zoop. I have my own defender.
Oh my god, you get a turn 3 Hero Blade hold as well.
Yep. Begin combat. Would you like to block? My opponent is not blocking.
Really? That's what a strange choice. So turn 3 Hero Blade hold should be good enough.
Should
if
be
not,
good enough. My opponent is tapping mana for Jace Beleren.
that is not the one that I I was scared of.
Each player draws a card. Path to Exile.
Each
Thank
player.
you. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Okay. Our opponent is many colors.
What the hell? You say Overgrown Tomb?
I said Overgrown Tomb. I think I attack. Do I attack Jace or just go for his throat? What does Jace actually do in his upper modes? Oh, he's the millman.
He's the millman. I would honestly
I don't think I
slam
care.
down Hero and just go to town on your opponent here.
Yeah, I don't think I care.
I think you've got him dead next turn anyway. Target player mills 20 is the final ability on Jace.
Mm-hmm. It's a busta. So we are the aggro. I've not actually played this deck in a long time.
I love the Mox.
The Mox made this stupid.
The Mox made this go from a fair start to insanity.
I also have the path just to clear away any potential blocker he could ever play. It fixes him though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he needs fixing right now. And you can't remove Sylvan Caryatid.
I can't. It's got hexproof, which he is impelled to block. What do I actually do next turn, I wonder? Just level Student? What is my opponent playing? Thran Dynamo.
Oh, he's going for broke here.
Phyrexian Metamorph.
Copying Hero?
He's still deciding. It's Hero Bladehold. Yeah.
That probably gets a path out of you.
It probably does. Also drew Elspeth.
Wait, you drew Elspeth, the jumpy one?
Yes.
Is that your opponent's dead?
My opponent is dead. I play Elspeth, path his man, attack, and jump, and my opponent is dead.
Yeah, your opponent just dies after you jump either of your 3 power creatures. Make sure you stack the abilities correctly on Hero Bladehold.
I don't know how to do that. What do you...
Okay. There's 2 abilities on Hero Bladehold. You want the Battle Cry to go on the stack first, and the Make Tokens to go on the stack second.
Okay.
That way the Make Tokens will resolve first, and then the tokens will get the plus.
So I just path his dudes right now, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so when it asks you which one you want, when it says choose triggered abilities, click on Battle Cry.
He didn't even give me the option. I win!
Yeah, because he had to kill his Sylvan Caryatid, and he actually was just dead there.
Yeah.
Even if he if he did, oh my god. Well, there you go. That's mono white.
I think I have no changes to make.
Our opponent is a silly, crazy four-color ramp deck that might self-destruct, but I doubt it because he's got like a bunch of fetches and mana fixing.
If I was super evil, I would go back into green as for acidic slime and flicker wisp, but I don't think I am. Also, that's stupid. Let's just sip it in my deck.
It's funny how I still wish we could get Knight of the Reliquary just so you could like grab Maze of Ith from your, or Mishra's Factory with it from your deck.
Yeah, let's see how our deck does when we draw a normal hand. This is not a normal hand. This is plain soldier, Black Lotus, Flicker Wisp.
I'm sorry, what?
What I think we're doing is playing turn 2 Precursor Golem, and then if we land turn 4 Flicker Wisp, our Precursor Golem.
Turn 3, play Flicker Wisp, the Precursor Golem.
That's what I mean. If we draw the land.
Yeah. Okay. So how about we just kill our opponent with the rudest of moves?
Okay. Leads with blue. I also get
this
to act,
can't be real.
I get to act like I'm normal by playing just Soldier Pantheon first. Like, hey, I've got Savannah Lions.
This can't be happening. Yeah, if one of those planes was a Mox, you could get the turn 1 Precursor Golem.
Yeah, that would be rude. Here I was worried about, well, even if I lose round 1, I'll have enough tickets to do like a Swiss draft of the cube. Here comes Black Lotus. Do you have a counter? Add white. Here comes Precursor Golem.
And you even have the third land.
He's got the counter here. It seems like he's tapping for something. It's days. I've been owned. Oh no, I still get to like attack with my soldier of the band.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now you've got to play a fair game. Whatever.
Fair is not I get to play regular aggro.
Yeah.
Ancient Tomb. My opponent.
Whoa, hardcore.
And also no creatures.
I think you just drop like
probably
Still Moon.
Yeah, probably Still Moon. Let's attack first.
Ancient Tomb's got really good art.
It does. It's got skulls.
Yeah.
Am I super greed in that I want to play Wall of Omens before I Flicker Wisp, or do I just want a 3/1 flyer and beat my opponent to death?
That's all relative to what happens in the next couple of turns, honestly.
If he doesn't play a creature, I'm inclined to... Here's Mox Emerald out of my opponent. I am inclined he's going to play a creature, but I'm inclined to just beat him to death, maybe.
Well, he certainly can't beat you to death with that Maze of Ith in your hand.
Exile Time Spiral. Each player shuffles his or her graveyard and hand into a draw 7 card.
Draw 7? Oh! He gave you a draw 7? He gave the aggro deck a draw 7?
I drew Black Lotus, Knight of Glory, Student of Warfare, Elish Norn, and Kitchen Finks.
Wait. You can cast Elish Norn?
I can cast Elish Norn and crack in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is... Okay, he might daze it.
He might.
So maybe not that greedy. I don't know.
What else am I doing? Just playing Kitchen Finks and Student of Warfare and beating my opponent?
Yeah.
My opponent is waiting. I'm waiting for my opponent, I mean. The Int 2.
Also, he took 2 damage to cast that Time Spiral, so that's good.
Yeah, it's why I wasn't... That's why Ancient Tomb didn't scare me too much. I respect that card. I've used the hell out of it. But, I'm the aggro. I wash
I
shock.
I would, yeah, I think I would go ahead and commit more to this board, like get some creatures out here, and then go for the Buster on the Elesh Norn.
Here's Garruk Relentless. What does that card actually do?
Oh, that's really good for him.
It let him kill my creature.
And then you're going to have to attack Gary with one of your...
Yeah, but... Oh no.
Because he flips, and you can't leave Gary flipped on the table.
So what do we want to play? Just Kitchen Finks and Student Warfare?
Yeah.
Let's attack Gary.
And then next turn, you get the Elesh Norn for an Alpha Strike kill.
Yep. Oh. Cast for this amount of mana? We hit 4 mana. That's what I said about that. I gained 2 life.
Yeah.
And then I think that's all for me. I could cast Mirror Entity if I wanted to, but...
Yeah, you just need to keep pressure on your opponent is all, because he's on 12, and you, even without like Elesh Norn, you're threatening a lot of damage. Elesh Norn is flat threatening lethal if resolved.
Yeah, if resolved. I might... Depends what my opponent does this turn. If he leaves blue up, I am inclined to maybe not play. Here comes red. Spike Shot Elder.
Oh, right, he has...
That's...
What the hell? Off his splash?
He's taking damage to play Thran Dynamo.
Okay.
And Sword of Feast and Famine.
I really hope you draw land.
My opponent is tapping out to equip the sword.
If you draw a
Spike
land...
Shot.
If you draw a land, I think you just win.
I drew O-Ring. He is tapped out. I'm inclined to play Elesh Norn.
Days can be played by returning a island to your hand. I think O-Ring on Spike Shot Elder.
And then level up my dude.
Yeah.
That puts him at low. Puts him at 2. Then his Ancient Tomb is turned off.
Actually, hold on. What's your opponent at? He's at
10.
Well, you can't level up the student enough to make it big.
Oh, it's level 2, so I can just attack for 1.
Yeah. I think that's still fine. Like,
sure. Let's O-Ring his dude. Then just crack in.
Yeah, just crack in for 6. Sadly, the mirror entity, I guess, well, not sadly, but the mirror entity doesn't actually copy creatures. It makes all creatures into...
Yeah, into XXs, which really is enough.
Sadly, it is not mirror entity from the other game. I guess that's fair. You could have like slammed the Lotus to level up the student.
I could have. Would my opponent have been dead then? He would not. He would have won.
Putting your opponent this low.
Noble Hierarch. More mana.
Okay.
Putting the sword on the Noble Hierarch.
It lets him block Kitchen Finks with no issues.
It does. And then nothing.
Wow.
Do I just want to see if he has the counterspell?
God, that with him just holding 3 cards in hand, I feel like he just has it. You could try the Precursor Golem instead of the Elesh Norn, or and
then be able to have Wall of Omens with my extra mana, or Knight of
What
Glory.
What about this? Level up your Student of Warfare, and then try to swing lethal with everybody. He's at 4. He needs to do something to stop you from killing him. Like, you just level it up to a 3/3.
What up to the 3/3? Oh, I'm just cracking with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm the aggro deck.
Like, well, the thing is, he's on 4, and like with this current board, he's dead if he doesn't do anything. So force him to do something. Put the onus on him.
He is,
Oh, okay.
That's all I needed. Oh, it's like
Kill your.
should I do this or this? Could also have slammed Mirror Entity and made all my dudes 4/4s.
So here's what you missed.
Yeah.
You need to be Gruul.
I'm not Gruul though. I'm Weenies. Also, we finished not first but second, sadly.
I'm really happy with this deck.
How long did my first game go? 6 minutes. Not quite as fast as it seemed.
Yeah. Like having the Black Lotus in this deck is
It's stupid.
yeah.
It's stupid. That card is dumb. It's why it's like banned or restricted in every format.
Yeah. My God, like if he didn't actually have the days there for that turn 2
Oh, he'd have been ruined. He'd have been
he's dead. He's dead in like 2 turns.
yeah. Someone might be the red machine. I'm not inclined to believe so because I would think that deck would really want wildfires. Maybe they have the burning of Jingxi, but you know.
Ooh, they could have the burning of Jingxi.
Yeah, functional.
I love that card, by the way.
It's the better version of those two wonderful cards.
Basically, I really love the Portal 3 Kingdom stuff.
I do too. And there's like it's like the Maya deck I have, the Maya L. I don't just have I don't use shit, what is that card called? 1 in a green, fetch a forest. I don't have that. I have 3 visits.
Oh, 3 visits, yes.
Hey, do you want to pay $30 for your get a land?
Yeah, you wanna? Yeah, see the.
So yeah, the Repster brings up a point. Our opponent we beat had a bad deck, who in the forging of his bad deck made everyone but mine's deck worse.
And I feel like I liked his deck. Like I liked what he was doing. The like 3 to 4 color plan in Cube is one of the few places that you can do that.
Well, yeah, with your consistent fixing you can have, and cards like Noble Hierarch definitely make that viable. But
right, well, there's signets, there's fetch lands and old duels. There's so much fixing that you can easily go 3 to 4 color and not feel like you've made a mistake, or I guess it more reasonably support the cards. Maybe you feel like you did make a mistake on 3 to 4 colors, but you can at least play the cards that you picked.
Our opponent though made a mistake though in that he played Phyrexian Metamorph, Noble Hierarch. Who did he play and put the sword on? Spike Shot Elder.
Spike Shot Elder, I feel like, is a mistake.
We saw
Red seemed like his slash color, and I don't.
What I'm saying is we only saw like 3 creatures out of him.
That's okay. That's more reasonable. He might have had more creatures. I mean, I would hope that unless he was that deck that I played against who had 3 win cons and.
Well, he had Jace the Jace, although he had the wrong Jace to have
win con. He had Jace the mini Jace. There are multiple Jace.
Yeah, he had mini Jace, which is a fine card, but it's not a win con in himself. He has draw cards every turn, man.
My God. Okay, so picture the deck that you currently have, but picture it as mono red.
I would like that. I would play the hell out of that. It'd be much worse though, because it wouldn't have Elishnorn or like Knight of the Bladehold or anything.
Right, but it would get to be like turn 1 Koth.
Turn 1 Koth, like turn 3 Thundermaw Hellkite or something.
Yeah.
What all Hellkites are in the cube? Mm. I would like, yeah,
Thundermaw?
Thundermaw. I would like Utvara Hellkite to be in the queue, but I don't think he is.
I don't think so. I don't think they include many
He's too
of the top end.
expensive. He's
Bogarden Hellkite might be.
oh yeah, Begarden Hellkite.
Let me pull up the.
That's a hell of a Hellkite.
Eh? Eh? No.
But yeah, he is
I'm
8
pulling up
mana.
the.
Yeah, he's pulling it up. Mm. He's 8 mana, but he makes dragons. Like he makes infinite.
No. No Bogarden Hellkite.
No Begarden Hellkite? What the hell? He's
What the
like,
hell?
isn't he like the best Hellkite? Let me look.
Well, Thundermaw might have taken that title, but yeah. That's really like you were saying about like
He'd just be a worse version of this deck. One moment.
like with all right. Teal Hydra, we do have the Super Griptide.
Yeah, we have the Super Griptide. Let's just see all Hellkites. I have time to waste. Not everyone is the white machine. Maybe you played this deck before. Only you had like Hound of Izamaru.
I played this deck when it wasn't powered cube. Like there weren't Lotus and
Yeah.
shenanigans in it, and that makes things worse. Seriously, you're. I need to know how this deck does on a quote fair draw. You know?
Yeah, where we don't draw like infinite.
I guess the second game was closer to a fair one because he countered your first Lotus usage.
Yeah, which is fair, but also he was on the Molda 6 and was down to 5 cards, and then he immediately like jaced and time spiraled, so whatever.
Time Spiral.
Yeah.
Time Spiral taking 4 damage on the turn.
Other cool Hellkites. I like Furyborn Hellkite. Is a potential 12/12.
Hold on.
He's the one from M12 when they brought Bloodthirst back.
I'm checking a thing. Erebos is the only god?
Oh, yep, they brought him. He's the only god in the cube. And
Like
Spear
Thassa's not in here?
Thassa is not in here, and the spear is the only god weapon. Like there's no whip, there's no Vident or hammer.
Weird.
Hammer would be like the most logical include of the other weapons, I think. Although it
I
doesn't.
think the thing with Hammer is that, like, as we mentioned, like without Bogarden Hellkite, like making that like big red deck that would use the hammer is hard.
It is hard, and also it doesn't really fit into any of their cute archetypes. Like they might have just thought about putting greed in the deck, and like, wait a second, we have Theros cards, and one of them just has greed on it. It's like, well, we have Honor the Pure, and we could have Gaia's Anthem or what's Glorious Anthem, but let's put the better version of that instead. Yeah, cool.
That is just that does make sense. That is just a better Glorious Anthem. Why wouldn't they?
It's a better Glorious Anthem. It dies to slightly more removal, but can kill your opponent's
I think that's
creatures.
fair.
Yeah, it's fair. That card
Because like Anthem, you can't answer if you're in red, but you can answer a spear if you're in red because you can just shatter the hell out of it.
Shatter, yeah.
Is there a way to search for creatures with star and power toughness on Gatherer? I believe so.
You could probably put in 0, and it would show you them. But it would also show you everything with 0 power and toughness. I can try.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how you...
Gatherer's kind of busted. Like, you can't search for +1/+1 counters in the rules text. Because having plus signs in the URL goofs it up. I just never learned how to use like magiccards.info or whatever.
I've always used MWS as my search.
Hmm. I just like used Gatherer and figured out how to use it, I guess. Yeah, if you search for 0, you'll get stars. Like here's Amadaru First Desire. But also got Abu Jafar.
Yeah, but you won't get creatures like Knight of the Reliquary that gain power and toughness based on a thing,
Oh
but
yeah,
already
no.
have a base.
No, you won't get that.
Springleaf Drum is a hell of a card.
It's a hell of a drug. It's it's that common.
The difference between it and Paradise Mantle is that Springleaf Drum becomes tapped when you use its ability, whereas Paradise Mantle does not need to tap.
So you can just sort of zoop around if you needed to.
Well, more importantly, if you have like a way to untap a creature, you can like go like tap, untap, tap, untap, tap, untap.
Oh yeah,
tap,
of course.
But not with Springleaf Drum because you.
Now with Springleaf Drum, where like, yeah, there are infinite ways to do the stupid untap trick. Ask anybody who's made like a EDH deck. I play Splinter Twin targeting Zealot conscripts.
Oh man.
My favorite though is Splinter Twin targeting Goblin Sharpshooter. Because that loop requires shooting your own Goblin Sharpshooters to make them all untap. Like if there's no other 1/1s in play, you can make a 1/1.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, but you could. But if you like,
you can shoot itself.
You can shoot itself, and as long as you have like a other one, you can just do it forever. It is extremely stupid. I just picture a bunch of goblins just like forming in a Congo line. The one in the back gets its head bashed in, and the other ones take a step forward.
Do you want that combo in?
I don't know if that one. I didn't quite focus on that kind of stupid combos in the in Perforos.
Okay.
It does have Zealous Conscripts in it though, because I feel like if you don't have an infinite in your stupid deck, you won't win.
I think I'd agree. You don't need an infinite. You just need the ability to kill on command.
Yeah.
Then that doesn't necessarily need to be an infinite. Then again, I say that knowing that Vishkal does have an infinite.
Yeah, I was taking a look at the deck last night because the Red Machine inspired me. I think I messaged you a bunch about changes.
I saw your thoughts.
I don't know how I feel about Hellrider. I love him. He is great. It is a deck with infinite tokens, but it's not really a deck that attacks.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what I've got around, honestly.
Yeah, you just take it you take the deck list as a suggestion more than anything. Like I talked about Chiron Toy. I expect you to have Chiron
I don't have
Toy.
Chiron Toy. Let me hold on. Is that a?
It's from
rare?
Masks. It's a rare from Masks.
If it's a rare, I don't have that around.
Yeah, it is a weird Monorock.
Wait, hold on. Of Ramos.
Yeah, Heart of Ramos.
Is it Heart?
No, it's Chiron Toy.
No. I was thinking of the Ramos artifact that's red.
That's Heart of Ramos, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah, there's the tooth, the horn. Of Dracula. Ramos is Dracula. Okay.
Man, Monorocks have gotten a lot better. Like, look at Heart of Ramos.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, Chiron Toy is pretty cool, though. You can charge
the
him,
thing with...
and then, like, X can be 0, so he always can tap for 1 mana.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to assume Ramos is Dracula.
Yeah, Ramos is probably Dracula.
He's got, you have to search for his 5, the horn, the tooth, the heart, the eye, and the skull of Dracula.
When you possess them all, you may summon Ramos.
and then like stand over him with holy water for 3 seconds, and then go away.
Want to possess Ramos's incarnations. You will rule Brahm Mansion. I love the lies in that game.
That game does lie.
Talk to the graveyard duck to live longer.
The graveyard duck.
I love the graveyard duck. I think the graveyard duck is in one of the Game Center's CX games, even though that probably made sense in Japanese. Or did it? Come to think, maybe it didn't.
I actually think that it is the same line. I'm gonna Google it.
I don't know. I only know the region differences between Castlevania 3 because that's the one I played a bunch. And if only there were a way to have like that's a tournament for MagFest the year after 2015. Either Grant Hack or Owl Hack speedruns.
Yeah, it's apparently in the original Japanese, it's just as incomprehensible. It's like the graveyard duck is real.
The graveyard duck is real. Man, somebody is taking their time. How you doing, Ravanto? The Ravanto won extremely quickly. 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Somebody might be the red machine. Rob Greathouse. He's the one taking time. Game 1, 15 minutes. Like Scabs? Whoa! Scabs.
Scabs.
8 minutes, 1 minute.
Rob Greathouse is okay.
It's probably just like a name that he just felt like using an 8 for. Yeah. I'm going to guess that Hack 2112 like mold the 4 on game 2 or something.
Yeah, something bad. 1 minute is really low.
Yeah, it's
alternatively, Scabs might have channel.
Might have channel. Might be the green machine. Maybe we've got the green machine, the red machine, and am I the
like? How could you? I'm trying to think how you win in 1 minute, and going turn 2 channel Emrakul or channel Ulamog or channel Kozilek will do it.
I'll do it.
Like if they don't answer, they'll just concede.
Man, if that combo were in, like, in the actual Eldrazi block, that'd be so crushing to be like, yeah, I turn 2 channel into Emrakul and then they play guard duty. Like, oh. Okay. And then you could do that in this set too. It's like, you do that, then you play swords, and it resets their life.
Then they just gain it all back.
Yeah, it's like, oh. But luckily, I don't have swords. I have the land one. Yeah, Path to Exile.
Path. Yeah, because you have Path, passing the swords when you did made a little more sense. Yeah. If you didn't have Path and had passed the Path earlier, then the swords basically would have been the choice.
I would have snap picked it. I'm a little removal light anyways, but the removal I do have is like really amazing.
I was gonna say you've actually got some pretty good. You've got O-Ring, which is like it's not like effective, but it's like I'm sorry, it's not efficient or like Path or swords efficient.
No, it's not
3. That's sorcery speed.
It's only like reasonable instead of extremely powerful.
Right. I'm not saying it's bad, but compared to other cards in the cube, it's much slower. But it's versatile. It can it lets you answer if you wanted to answer that sword rather than the creature, you could have. If you wanted to answer a Jace, you could have.
Yeah. Come to think of it.
Also, that Griptide, what the hell?
Oh yeah, it's just White gets that. White gets to do that.
Not only is it okay, I would say if it could just hit creatures, it wouldn't be 100% like terribly off color because Excommunicate and that effect have existed in White before.
No, it's permanence.
Yeah, it says non-land permanent.
Is your opponent require double of a color? Bury their land. Do they have a planeswalker? Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say I don't think you can bury the land. I think it's non-land
Is it
permanent.
non-land? I don't actually know the name of the card in my deck. I can look, maybe.
Pull up your deck. It's on 2 mana because it's white X.
I
That
forgot
that is
where
one of
I go to look at my deck. Is it collection? Limited?
collection limited.
Holiday Cube.
Find the one dated, and then. But yeah.
Um, apparently, everything is in my sideboard.
Oh right.
Maybe. I'm going to hope that's like a horrible thing and my deck is actually built because it worked last game. Or maybe I was playing the auto build and just didn't notice.
Whatever. It's at two. It's at double white. White.
It's a double white and 2. I'm not seeing it. Oh, here it is. It's
Maybe
at
X
the
spells
bottom.
are sorted.
Yeah, non-land permanent. Yeah, non-land permanent.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is one of 3 cards from the EDH commander decks that I would like to place in my cube. The other 2 are just as
Please don't
like
put True Name Nemesis in your cube.
True Name Nemesis is one of them. Well, the thing is, I don't have the cards, and they're not getting added for Magfest.
Yeah, I know that, but that card is just so dumb. It doesn't die to like pyroclasm effects. Like I remember Invisible Stalker. Is that what it's called? It's the 3/1, right? The hexproof, unblockable 1/1. And that dude was hard enough on his own.
Yes. Well, the thing is, in the cube, like you build it to give answers to those. The problem is obviously that there almost is no way for non-black
You can
colors to.
you can wrath it.
Well, you can wrath it, and you can black can easily kill it with like, well, not easily, but black can kill it with things like the other card from black from the EDH stuff, Toxic Deluge, which is really good. It's black 2.
Yeah, that targets though.
No, it's black 2, pay X life. All creatures get -X.
Oh, I thought it was a targeted spell. Like, wait a second.
Nope, it's just all creatures.
The red just has no way of dealing with it at all because it's immune to pyroclasm effects, and that's blue's traditional way of getting around that sort of thing. Or black's red.
Yeah.
I'll say the red.
Also,
I'll say the
green.
red color eventually.
Also, green probably has no way of dealing with that either because you can't target it to fight, and you can't even fight it in combat.
You can't. I think blue's answer to it is ignore it and play bigger
Counterspell.
creatures.
Counterspell.
Counterspell.
Evac. Bounce it. Tap it with Cryptic. Don't care. I'm blue.
Oh yeah, you're blue. Right, bigger creature.
There's no such thing as a card blue can't answer.
Well, while you're doing that, you're tapped out. I play stunted growth.
Like, so back when Scars of Mirrodin came out, Thrun the Last Troll is in Scars of Mirrodin, and it's hexproof, uncounterable with regen for 2 on a 4/4.
He's in the cube. I passed him.
You're right. Anyway, so he was touted as this unanswerable creature to blue. Like, blue couldn't do anything about it. They can't counter it. They can't target it. He can regen through Day of Judgment. Well, how do you kill it? It's not possible. 2 sets later, this is pre-Legend rule change, Phyrexian Metamorph gets printed.
Ah, they get an answer. Right,
Oh, cool.
Metamorph.
I'll clone it. Cool.
I clone it and then it dies. Bye-bye. Also, it's Phyrexian Metamorph, so even if you're not thrown, you can just take your opponent's other huge creature.
Yeah.
Great creature.
And then Phantasmal Image was also around, and that's a 2-mana clone, and you're like, cool,
so
nice,
dumb. So dumb.
So the best Doomblade in the format, which was Phantasmal Image, could hit the hexproof guy. It was really cool. That was basically what Phantasmal Image did in that format: was kill Geist of Saint Traft and kill Throne.
Wasn't there some format where like Mini Jace was just 3 mana kill Jace the Mind Sculptor?
We call that every format Jace the Mind Sculptor was legal in when he first was printed.
Yeah.
Like, well, I guess post Bloodbraid Elf rotating, that was how it worked. And it wasn't kill; it was actually preemptively, because if you played your 3-mana Jace on 3 and you're on the draw, like you got your 3-drop, then they get to 4.
Mm-hmm.
They can't if they just play Jace, like they don't get to use its ability. It trades with your Jace, and then you're back, and you can cast your Jace uncontested.
I didn't hear Chase the Mind Sculptor. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I don't actually like Planeswalkers are okay as a concept, but I don't think they've hammered them down correctly. Especially
I like the more narrow.
I like the more narrow ones too. I don't like the ones they try to keep bringing back as like names. Like Chandra, this is Johnny, and this Juice. I think I like and Gideon. Gideon is just stupid.
To be fair, I will take Elspeth as the exception in there. I don't think any of the Elspeths are bad. And I don't think outside of the first one they're too good. You know?
Yeah, the one that could just make 1/1s forever was pretty good. Yeah, I tend to agree. The new Elspeth is maybe the most reasonable one because it's 6.
Yeah.
Makes 3 1/1s though.
Yeah, I just like I like them being more narrow. Like this card isn't just something you throw into every deck. It's something that you need to kind of build a little more around.
It should be a
Domri Raid.
Yeah, Domri, of course, Koth.
Yeah, Koth.
Tamiyo the Moon Sage. Although that one approaches just being able to be in every deck.
It does. It's still, because it's in blue, it gets compared to Jace, which is much, much, much more unreasonable. So it's not like...
Yeah. Although, I think Tamiyo is much more reasonable.
Yeah. I think Domri is my favorite of the most recent walkers, just because it's a walker that you can't just throw into a deck. You need to kind of build around, and it gives something unique to that deck. But it's not like ridiculously unanswerable. It's just this good card that kind of makes the deck run better.
Yeah. Sort of like I don't actually know how I feel or care about the new Rule 1, the Ramp Man.
I don't really know how I feel about him either.
He's Ramp Man.
Well, he's Ramp Man once. Because he's what? He makes 1 green or red for each card? No, what's his trigger?
What's his actual name? Xana Ghost the Reveler. Add X mana to your mana pool in any combination of red or green, where X is the number of creatures you control. So
the thing about that +1 is that you use it once, you dump your hand.
Yeah, and then you dump your hand, and then you just play as a 0 forever, making 2/2s.
Right.
So our match is about to start.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, because why would you continue to +1 him when you probably dumped your hand?
You want to get his ult off. That just lets you ramp and also make creatures. If he's the only non-creature spell in your deck, it's put 7 cards in the top of your library into play. Oh no, we're fighting Revanto, and we finally got a hand I have to mulligan.
Oh god, is it
it's a
flat mulligan?
It's a flat mulligan. I will not hit keep. Okay, here is a reasonable hand. 2 lands with Soldier, O-Ring, Kitchen Finks, and Vala. I have 1 play. A land makes this great.
Yeah, this one, for the first one, really wished it. Yeah, this one's fine. You draw into a land for Finks and O-Ring, and then Linvala turns on.
Oh, our opponent is the machine. I drew a land. Okay.
Okay. Well, if your opponent's the machine, you at least have a number of good cards against him right now in your hand.
If he offers a trade with Soldier, he's got Fire Drinker.
I would take the 1-for-1 trade with Soldier.
I would take that too. Unless he just doesn't offer me the opportunity.
If he just kills it, yeah.
I'm willing to take that trade.
Yeah, because you get to hit him for 2 on it as well.
Yep.
So the trick here is that Linvala is good against a number of the red deck cards. Not all of them, but some.
Greater Gargadon has entered the Exile Zone. I drew Mirror of these, so we have no plays.
Okay. Luckily, your opponent didn't produce like a much more scary board yet. So, but yeah, Kitchen Finks also is going to be really, really solid in this match. It'll probably trade with a guy and then trump block a guy, or trade with 2 removal spells.
No
Yeah.
plays out of my opponent.
Okay.
He also molds to 6, I want to say. He's also on...
No.
Oh, wait, no, because he didn't draw the card. Yeah.
No, he actually is playing a 41 card deck, is the reason your math is off by 1.
Oh.
Well, I was looking at his mull, and he had 7 in hand and 34 in deck. So that's why the math looks slightly off to you.
He plays Chandra the Firebrand.
Does
not die to Kitchen Finks because he's going to +1 it.
You could remove it from the table.
I think that's worth doing.
Yeah, because... Or you could attack it with Kitchen Finks.
I also have Resto Angel.
Oh, goddamn.
To flicker
I think...
Kitchen Finks?
Yeah, well, you can flicker it after it's died. I think the best play here, the big threat out of Chandra Firebrand is the fork.
Yes,
and if you bring it down to 1...
You just can't fork it. Or you can't fork it.
Yeah.
I think I attack it and then play Linvala.
Yeah.
Attack Chandra the Firebrand.
Because right now you have a way to interact with it that isn't O-Ring, and seeing what our opponent's deck looks like right now, I feel like O-Ring is going to have some good targets in the next couple turns.
Like Greater Gargadon.
Yeah. Sadly, Linvala doesn't stop it at all. Linvala is only creatures.
Only creatures. So my zoo is not stopped loading, so I don't have it open. I will refresh it. My opponent is playing Zealous Conscripts. Probably stealing Linvala or something.
Linvala for 6.
Yeah, he's stealing Linvala.
That's fine. Cool.
Linvala, owned by Stump Goblin.
I'm not owned.
He's not attacking with Zealous Conscripts?
Okay. What's your plan here, buddy?
Is he...
She is owned.
Okay, he's pinging me. Oh, he's...
That's a bad play.
Oh, he has the sack outlet, remember? Linvala is just dead.
Oh, Linvala is just dead. Okay. That's good.
I have Flicker Wisp. I think I'm going to attack Chandra, see if he takes the trade, and then... Yeah, you have Resto, never mind. Yeah, I have Resto, and also Flicker Wisp in hand. Kitchen Finks is alive forever.
Yeah. I feel like then he actually does know that it has haste, and is using it to try to block for Chandra.
He did. Persist.
Yep, and then you wait until he goes to +1 Chandra to kill off your Kitchen Finks, and then own him.
Yeah.
You should open up the revealed cards tab. I don't know what the Gargadon's on. Like, how close is the...
Revealed or exiled zone. It's on 6.
Okay. I had lost track of it after he started
now.
sacking.
Yeah. Which means he could if Resto Angel.
No, the second he goes to kill it, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, then you get to gain 2 more life and reset the persist.
Oh, it only let me target a Kitchen Finks. I would like to use this ability.
Yep, Restoration Angel has a weird line of text that says non-angel creature to prevent it from removing itself or other copies of itself. Every once in a while. Okay.
So are you just going to sack Ember Hauler to kill Kitchen Finks?
Funnily enough. Sure. Okay, buddy. If he had played that Ember Hauler before using the Chandra ability, he would have been in a nice position. But
I think I swing Kitchen Finks to his face, swing Resto at Chandra.
that sounds reasonable. And then if he like trades with Kitchen Finks, you just Flicker Wisp it and
Yeah,
trade.
that's the plan.
Yep. So now the only threat he really has on you is Greater Gargadon, which he's going to either hit. He's probably going to hit you once with, and then you O-ring it.
He's just taking the damage. So do I slam down Mirror Entity or Knight of Glory?
Mirror Entity is probably...
It'll compel him to sacrifice his Ember Hauler.
Yeah.
Which I think I'm okay with.
Yeah. Because if he leaves it alive, he just, like, dies, right? Like...
Yeah. Hey, kill your dude.
Sack your guy. Hey. Sack your dude. Yeah. But of note, what I was getting at with the Restoration
Angel doesn't
Angel,
actually do anything if I flicker it with Flicker Wisp.
well, you flicker the Angel, and then the Angel comes back and flickers the Kitchen Finks and untaps your team.
Okay, he's making Mirror Entity just not able to block.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll probably sack in response to Ember Hauler in response to you trying to pump team.
Probably. Which means I probably just won't do it.
Yeah.
Stormblood Berserker.
Berserker.
So I've got a 3/3. He's got the skills.
You could literally flicker that, and that would remove the +2 the 2+1/+1 counters from it if you wanted. I don't know if that's better than just getting more out of your current team.
He's just killing Mirror Entity. Okay, that's actually good. I think I first just offer the trade.
You could like play Knight of Glory and then swing like just an Exalted Flyer as well.
That doesn't actually get me anything because I can't block with Kitchen Finks ever. It's got both Frenzied Goblin and the Madcap skills, man.
Oh, well, if there's no point in blocking, then yeah, offer the full attack.
Yeah. So let's attack with both guys. And then if he does not take the trade, I Flicker Wisp his man to make it irrelevant.
Either that, or you could honestly Flicker Wisp Resto to untap your team and gain 2 life as well.
Oh, wait a second.
Or Gargadon could come in.
Gargadon can come in. That's actually great. I have
Amazing.
I have a rude answer for you, buddy.
Perfect. This is really good.
It means
he's sacking how many of his cards to do this?
Most of his lands.
Perfect.
So he gets to eat Kitchen Finks.
Half of Kitchen Finks, and you gain 2 life.
I gain 2 life. Okay.
Mono red in the cube. Is there a way to give a creature double strike? I don't believe in mono red. I know white does with Silverblade Paladin.
And I can play Knight of Glory.
Yeah. So this is why the saving O-ring was really the play you wanted to make. Because without O-ring, answering Greater Gargadon is difficult.
It is. Now my opponent is on 2 lands. Does have a impressive Stormblood Berserker, which I might be Flicker Wisping.
I don't think you have to.
He is not attacking.
Like, he's on 12 and you're on 20.
So Flicker my own dude, ship in. Might just be attack with Resto for 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, 4 flying in the air. And then flicker your Resto afterwards.
What does it actually get me if I flicker the Resto?
Reset on Kitchen Finks.
I could just reset the Kitchen Finks with Flicker Wisp.
But then you don't have untapped Restoration Angel to block.
Oh, true. Was going for 4 then.
I'm looking at mono red right now to see if there's a way to give double strike in it. I really don't think there is.
I think I hold the planes. I want to be
Yeah,
sneaky.
sneaky planes.
My opponent is also kind of dead if I attack all out next turn.
Basically,
He's kind of dead now. I win!
you defeated the Gargadon.
I defeated the Gargadon. Ooh, yeah. I think I have no changes. I think if I can play Maze of Ith and or Wall of Omens, this guy's day will be a little bit ruined.
Ooh, that's true. Like Maze of Ith against Greater Gargadon's a hoot.
It's a hoot. It's a hoot and a holler. Also, the only creature he played that wasn't Greater Gargadon or Bloodthirst Berserker that Wall of Omens didn't block was those two creatures I just said.
Well, he has a lot of ways around it. Like he can,
Frenzy Goblin.
Frenzy Goblin, that sort of thing. But yeah. Squirrel Token, there is exactly one card he could have to deal with O-Ring, Chaos Warp, as Harrion just...
Warp. Do I bring in a Wrath against the aggro deck? When I'm the aggro deck? I don't think so.
Nah, just roll with it and draw a busted hand instead of a... It's good to see a solid 6 just hit.
Thala, Hero Blade Hold, Mishra's Factory, Wall of Omens, Plains, Path. I think this is a reasonable hand.
Ooh, Wall of Omens and
Thala is a piker.
Yeah, Thala. Well, First Strike Piker.
First Strike Piker that makes my Path 2 mana. I think I
that's
this.
fine. Yeah, you might even... Nah, there's no reason to lead with Mishra's Factory.
No, there isn't.
You want to play it on turn 2, but other than that...
Yeah,
Hero on 4?
Hero on 4, if I can draw the land.
On-time Heroes, well, you have Wall of Omens, I'm assuming it has to show.
Oh, of course. My opponent is excuse me. I got the Breakfast of Champion burps. Old pizza.
Harriet, no, the Simulacrum is on the board due to our top end basically being the Simulacrum. Like, we have 3 cards.
Do you want to lead with Soldier of Pantheon again against his Fire Drinker?
Yeah.
It's like Theros block. Second first, much like the first, Frenzied Goblin.
Yep.
Do I actually take the trade? He does not offer it.
Did he... Oh, he didn't offer it?
He didn't offer it. I think I play... do you want to play Hero of Blade Hold? I drew Black Lotus.
Yes, I like Hero of Blade Hold here.
Yeah.
With leaving Path up. That sounds reasonable. And by reasonable, I mean what the fuck?
I have to play a Plains if I leave up Path.
No, you don't. You get triple white off of...
Oh, right. I forgot that Black Lotus was great. Cast Black Lotus. And then, Hero of Blade Hold. Triple white.
Oh. How about we just ruin your day?
Now do I offer the trade? No, I don't offer the trade against Frenzied Goblin.
Nah. Then next turn you get to, like, swing, leaving up Path to Exile to prevent him from winning in combat.
I win! We are criminals! That was an unreasonable scoop by my opponent. I am sorry.
If he can't answer it, it's over in 2. Like,
yeah, but this guy's gotta have, like, burn spells, though.
They're probably all sorcery speed. He's probably got, like, the Firebolt and, like...
Flame Slash. Is Flame Slash in the cube?
If he had I don't think so.
Also,
Flame Shot...
Mighty Dictron raises a good point. Return to Detai. Can I draw a card? I can. It was Honor the Pure.
What? die.
Yeah, maybe scooping was appropriate.
We're gonna see 5 minutes.
That was 11 minutes, 2 minutes. I think you probably just like kept a questionable hand. Maybe that I would scoop if I kept a questionable hand. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. The thing is, like, okay, so the clock there, especially you holding Pat so he can't kill it in combat, is like 2 to 3 turns.
Yep.
The clock with honor is
Like
2 turns,
2 turns.
and there's like no way he can kill it in combat anymore. Like,
Yeah, it was. He didn't. I didn't know that though. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I think I can call myself the white machine at this point. Do you think that's
This is
fair?
the white machine.
That's the white machine.
Also, hero blade hold. So, you know what you get for getting in the top 2 here?
I get packs.
You get 3 packs of Mercadian masks.
I could have my port. I could, if I'm the criminal, I could get a port. That's the only card I know from that set that's worth money, so I'm going to keep saying it.
I think it is the only card from that set that's worth money. You also get like 12 Phantom points.
Yeah, I was worried about like losing round 1 because I wouldn't know what I was doing. I'm pretty sure I still don't know what I'm doing. I just got handed all these powerful white cards.
Here's the thing. You powered this draft by Elspeth, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Elspeth and I was a few packs short, so I sold a Theros pack because I was like, I was debating whether I wanted to buy a Theros pack to do another Theros or sell a Theros pack to do cube, so I could have a Theros pack when when triple block comes around.
I went ahead and put the name in the chat. It's Mercadian Masks is spelled.
It's spelled stupid.
Yes, that is a block. Oh, sorry, Harriant. Why we are not playing the Simulacrum?
Honestly, he's just not cutting it. He's a 4-mana 2/2 that gets a land I don't need. If he dies, he draws a card.
The most reasonable squirrel token's basically right on. It's the 24th best card.
Is he though?
Well,
he's maybe like the 20.
Actually, I think he was cut 26, right?
Yeah, I think he was cut 26. I think. Actually, wait, I think Monetize was cut 26 because I forgot it was there. It was hiding in my one drops.
It was definitely one of the final cuts. The only cards we have that are more expensive than that are Precursor Golem 5, Sun Titan at 6, and Elish Norn at 7.
Yeah, that's our top end. We top out at 4 otherwise, which is why we've won most of our games at 4 lands.
Yeah.
Finger quotes, because we've also had a Mox, and Black Lotus. Lands.
I very much loved the pack where you were listing off all of the cards, and then there's like this hidden Black Lotus with a skeleton by it.
I didn't recognize the art. I saw Zero Mana enchantment, and I immediately it's Zero Mana artifact, and usually that means Sna. Like
it does.
Like Mermaid. But it's Black Lotus, one of the most expensive cards in the game of Magic. Like, how much are those going these days? Like $800? Probably more.
I don't know. It depends on like set.
Yeah.
Like there were a number of different sets that had a Lotus in it, and by a number I mean like what, 3?
Black Lotus
anyway.
Beta Power 9 Rare Vintage $2,250. I was way off. Let's see what it is.
Yeah, what I was going to end with is that like a Lotus from Alpha is worth like thousands.
Yeah.
Like high, like 2 to 3, 3 to 4, because there are very, very few, and the people that care about them play Vintage and just like have a lot of money to burn.
Yeah, that's what Vintage is. Vintage is like a money format. I have a friend who has a Chains of Mephistopheles. Refuses. I think he plays Vintage. He's actually played Chains of
Mephistopheles.
Of Mephiles. Chains of Mephiles.
Okay. No. But yeah, the Chains is a card I would probably play in Elder if I could get away with it.
If you could, just put like take a swamp, put a piece of masking tape over it, write "Chains of Mephisto" on it, and that wouldn't work because the art on Chains is like really great. It's like that Baphomet guy with the chain. Like, yeah, I'm here for you.
Yeah,
I got chains.
yeah. Chains of Mephistopheles is like 200 or 150 if you're buying Italian.
Italian. I have. I think. I used to have a Chaos Orb, but I would say even like a few months ago that I had one kicking around. At this point, I think it's gone to the Aether. Probably sold a long time ago by my dad or something.
Mhm.
That's not actually a money card, though. It's neat, though.
It's like 70 something if it's like from sets. Yeah, also you flip it and it lands on things.
Yeah, you
and they all
flip, it has to
explode.
flip exactly once, or else it is removed from play. Or is it? Okay, if Chaos Orb is on the battlefield, flip Chaos Orb onto the battlefield from a height of at least 1 foot. If Chaos Orb turns over completely at least once, destroy all. Or, okay, it's written so that it's an if then, so the then goes off it no matter what. So even if you screw up your flip, it doesn't blow up, or it still blows up. Yeah. Who am I? Am I going to face Scabs or Shargon? It's in game 3.
Mm.
Hope it's Scabs. But yeah, the reason it's Mercadian Mask's dumb is because like a mask is like a kind of play that is like dancers and they're all masked, and like the whole point of like the plot of the set was like, oh, it's political intrigue. There's goblins and merfolk and people, and they're all backstabbers. And the rebels.
Every one of them.
And then, yeah.
The other issue that Masks has is that it came out right after Urza's. Urza's saga, Urza's legacy, that entire block.
And they toned down the power level a little bit.
Toned down is an understatement. Kamigawa is a toning down of power level after Mirrodin. Mercadian Masks is like somebody like pulled the e-brake.
It's toothless.
And you full stop. Like,
Also, it's from the era where creatures were really bad, spells were really good. So that'll be fun.
Dark Ritual's in that set.
Dark Ritual.
No, is Dark Ritual? No, Dark Ritual isn't in the set. I know Brainstorm is.
No, I'm pretty sure Dark Ritual is in the set. I will look.
Oh yeah, it is.
Dark Ritual is in the set. Counterspell proper. Brainstorm. It's all
okay. It's got the art with the eye and the
It's got the really cool art. You mean?
The thing with Dark Ritual is that there's about 10 or 11 different arts for Dark Ritual, and everybody you talk to will have a different favorite.
Nobody likes the new ones though. It's dumb. It's got like
Which new?
Like Plane Shade or Dual Decks or like From the Vault, where it's got like Duel on it. And he's like covered in lava.
That one's actually not new.
It isn't.
That is from that art is from a couple. It isn't from a set. Actually, I'm sorry. It's from 5th edition.
Oh, it's right from 5th edition. 5th edition also has
it's
bad
not like
art.
I know, but it's not like they made the art directly from the vault or whatever. It's actually an old art.
So what is your favorite Dark Ritual?
I really like the Tempest one. It's got like I don't know who the character is on it, but he's like kind of half his face is hidden by shadow.
The flavor text seems to imply it is Volrath.
Okay, it looks like, looking at it now, it looks like he's popping a humanity.
Yeah. It also it kind of looks like a metal album cover.
Yeah, if you want a real metal album color and one that's really good, is the Urza's one.
Urza's.
That
All
one
right,
could definitely.
like the crypt with like the Phyrexian face with blood coming out of it. Yeah, my
Yeah, there's
favorite
like the
though.
blood coming out of it. There's like a hand on it, and you know something's going on there.
Don't actually
The
sacrifice a creature though. My favorite art though is from Ice Age. We got like the
I figured that
Stonehenge.
was the one you would say. The Stonehenge with like the like it looks like something that would be a mural like on
On a
a
van.
wall.
No, on a van. With like a flippin' heart playing. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Alpha One is good.
Is Yawgmoth a card? There's his will is a card, and his tomb is a card. I don't know if Yawgmoth proper is a card. I think they killed him.
Yawgmoth is not a card because back in the pre Time Spiral era thing,
They didn't
you know,
print named dudes. Like they didn't print
no, they print
Urza.
named dudes. Like Gerard Caspian has a card, but they didn't print Planeswalkers as cards because Planeswalkers were basically like D&D super wizards.
Also, you were a planeswalker. You couldn't play a card that was you, silly goose.
Yeah, they basically couldn't. Well, they thought, hey, well, what if we printed a card that was Yawgmoth or Urza? And they didn't because it's like, well, how do we print a card that's actually powerful enough to represent this character?
But like, if they printed Urza as a planeswalker, it would be like 5-color drunk idiot, +1 throw up all over himself, -2 replace his eyes with rocks.
Pull up a blind steer. Holy,
Yeah,
holy shit, crazy! That is good art.
yeah, blind seer. That is that's like secret Urza.
Yeah, no. Pull up the one that Kratok. If he posted it if you can see the chat.
Ah, indestructible aura.
That art is metal.
It's metal. It's also a van. You put that on the hood of the van.
Yeah.
Him a blind seer.
Yeah, yes, Yawgmoth wasn't a planeswalker, but
He was trying to be. He was basically one.
they didn't want to create a card that would represent that would be as powerful as the character was supposed to be because they didn't think they could do that.
And they're probably right. Also, all of the planeswalkers and super wizards were extremely stupid, and they remain.
I mean, think of it this way. Think of it this way: Yawgmoth is the dude who, by his very will, could pick up every card out of the graveyard. And if you made a bargain with him, you just got to draw a billion cards forever. Yeah. All of his, and that's like one thing that Yawgmoth could do. He's just like, I could just pick up the yard or draw every card in the world. Like, Grizzlebrand is as close as you could come.
The Grizzard. I love the Grizzard. He is sadly uncastable, but you're not supposed to cast him. You're supposed to scoop him up with Exhume.
Yeah.
Oh, our match is going to start soon. We're fighting scabs.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds right.
That sounds correct.
What do you think he's on?
I don't know. What haven't we seen yet? Well, we've seen everything because of because of Ink 2. But what haven't we actually seen yet? We haven't seen an actual blue player. Or like an actual... Let's say he's Dimir colors.
Oh, that's actually a cool card.
Which card?
The Eye of Yawgmoth.
Eye of Yawgmoth. Also, you're a little bit robot.
That was me talking low. If I'm still a robot now, then I'm double robot.
Fading in and out. Looks like the robot. Looks like a blasting station. Oh, that's pretty cool. I would usually use that on like a 1 or 2 or 3 power creature at most. Oh yeah, that was when they wanted to print Yawgmoth, They thought about it in Rise, and they just printed Kozilek. That's Yawgmoth, right?
We haven't seen the Kozilek. Somebody might have. I assume that the Kozilek had to be on the first guy. Honestly, he had Thran Dynamo and like
Ancient Tomb.
Zoom. Like he definitely, if somebody had the Kozilek, he would be the best.
Yeah, he might have been searching for it. Was that I think we were holding Path of Exile or Ost Overing at that point, though, when he was searching for it. Our match has started. We have lost the die roll. Oh man, Scabs has got the ninja knife. He looks like he makes me think of the Scrub.
Hmm.
Hey, this is our town. Beat it, Scrub. Yeah, he also had. Did he have 2 mana dorks? I saw Exalted Exarch, but I didn't see.
He had Sylvan Caryatid.
Sylvan Caryatid. Yeah, that's also dork. Yeah, you can't reanimate Kozilek or any of the Eldrazi. Well, any of the Eldrazi in the cube. Would Ulamog's Crusher be like a reasonable include? It's like a.
I don't know if you.
It's like a really is like a reanimator target or like a ramp target. Either one.
Yeah.
You can actually reanimate him, and it feels pretty good.
The thing with the abilities on all 3 of the major Eldrazi are so okay. Let me back up. Darksteel Colossus and Sarah Avatar have an ability on them that replaces them hitting the graveyard. So instead of hitting the graveyard, they shuffle in and they never hit the grave. But because the Eldrazi shuffle the entire yard, they have a trigger rather than a replacement effect.
So you have a
what this means is you've got the window, and if you have an instant speed way to pick them up from the yard, such as I think the biggest one is Goryo's Vengeance.
Also, we have a hand. I'm tempted to keep it, even though it's a 2-lander, off of the back of Wall of Omens. It's Soldier of Pantheon, Wall of Omens, Knight of Glory, Elish Norn, Mirror Entity, 2 planes.
This is absolutely keepable. You're on the draw, which actually, yeah, you're on the draw, which means you'll be able to draw a lot more effectively. You have an aggro start if you want it. Like you can just go ahead and play turn 1 Soldier, turn 2 Knight of Glory, swing 3.
Depends what my draw is. If I draw a land, I might do that. My opponent is black. I drew black a Lotus.
That means Elish Norn on 4.
Yeah, I think that means aggro start.
Yeah. So Soldier 1, Knight 2.
Can I actually? I have 5 mana. I'll need 2 on the cards in my hand. Hymn to Turok. Elish Norn and Wall of Omens are gone.
Well, now your plan is a lot more,
Oh, Sun Titan.
That's your 3.
I can't cast that this turn.
You can't do it yet.
I need a land.
You can't do that yet.
Well, my play
So
is
you get Knight of Glory.
Get to attack for 3. So Pro Black is pretty cool here.
Yeah. You also have 2 creatures in play to protect yourself from, like, Liliana of the Veil.
Let's see what my opponent's got. It's Hypnotic Spectre.
Yikes. I really hope you...
I didn't draw the land, but I drew Unexpectedly Absent.
Swing for...
A swing for 4.
Yeah, swing for 4 and then leave up the Unexpectedly Absent for just a Griptide.
Yeah. That's what I want to end up doing. Well, I don't want to discard any of these. If I have to discard one of them, it's probably Mirror Entity.
Well, it's at random, so...
Oh, it's this Hypnotic Spectre, the good one.
Yeah. Man, 2 mana Griptide lets you operate off of dumb things? Yeah. Well, the thing is that Griptide actually protects you from discarding for 2 turns. It protects you on the turn you attack, and then the turn he has to replay it the turn after.
Yep, it's gives me a little bit of time to draw a land. Here comes Black Knight. That's Irritating.
Well, that can't block. That just means that your soldier of the Pantheon no longer gets to attack.
No land. Shit.
You got turns.
I can just play Hero of Bladehold if it comes to it.
Oh, wait, you drew hero?
Yeah, do I just slam it?
That shit, yeah.
The tokens just get eaten, but...
Who cares? You get like 2 of them every time.
Oh.
Slam that shit and swing with the knight, and then next turn swing for like lethal.
I will lose a mana, yep.
Yeah, like it opens you up to like I don't know, like a Doomblade or something. But he missed his land drop, which means he's not drawing a land. He is going to draw Hippie, which he probably wants to cast.
Yeah.
And if he has to play a kill spell on hero here, you just don't.
Shit. If I had 1 mana,
What
I'd play Silverblade Paladin.
What did he just play Hippie?
He played Hippie, which means I'm discarding a card, and I don't know which one. I think I attack with...
No, well, count it. What is his life?
10? Do I just attack all out?
1, 2, 3.
I think I attack all out.
Maybe just hero? No. Because just hero is a 4/5.
Just Hero's a 4/5 that makes 2 ones.
Yes.
One of them gets eaten, the other one compels a trade.
Yeah.
So just attack with Hero?
Yeah, just hero.
And then I get to learn how to stack triggers correctly. Okay.
Yep. So
stack ability from... Okay.
you have 3 on the stack. You want to click on Exalted first? Actually, no. You want Exalted last. Sorry.
Yeah. So I want Battlecry first. Whenever this creature
Battlecry?
attacks, click on that one first.
Yep.
So it resolves last.
Yep.
And then I want 2 2s, right?
Yep. And then Exalted, fine, like as the first to resolve.
Yeah, because it's not going to... Wait, it resolved first, so that, yeah, so it actually goes off.
Right, because there's only one attacking creature.
Criminal! I am asking my opponent.
Yeah.
Okay,
So again, the thought here.
He's eating a token. Taking 6. Okay, he's rethinking that.
Right, but his choices are all bad because if he goes to 6. If honestly any life total he goes to, like Knight of Glory is a 2-turn clock.
He's eating both of my tokens and trading off Hippie. It is great.
Trading Hippie is great.
That means I get to keep... Ugh. I think that means if I get land, I Silverblade Paladin on Knight of Glory.
And just kill him.
And just murder him.
It depends on what comes up.
Yeah.
Basically, Black Lotus is still busted.
It's busted. Sometimes it's not Sun Titan. Sometimes it's just making a 2-lander acceptable.
Yeah, right? Even after getting himmed.
Oh, man. Gross. That white Griptide and Black Lotus are really what saved the game. Also, my opponent is really thinking about this.
Well, it is a hard choice.
Take your time, buddy. He has not said anything.
Yeah, go figure.
Speaking of Dark Ritual, though, turn 1 Dark Ritual into Hypnotic Spectre is a play I've made before, and it's extremely criminal.
That play specifically was the reason that Hypnotic Spectre did not get reprinted for like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But they finally figured it out. Hypnotic Spectre is actually pretty fair. It's a good card.
It's really good, but it's
Dark Ritual is the busted one there.
Yeah, Dark Ritual is the busted one.
Like they stopped printing Hypnotic Spectre for like 10 years, but they kept printing Dark Ritual, and then people would just keep Dark Ritualing into other things, and they were like, "What the But we got rid of the Hypnotic Spectre."
I don't actually think I'm putting land tax in because this is the one game out of like 6 where it would have been useful.
There's no way his hand actually has 3 lands. He missed a land drop for tier 2s running.
Oh, man, is he being salty?
Maybe something happened and he either disconnected or he's really in the tank about what he wants to do.
Maybe. Well, let's just wait then. I got time.
Yeah, might as well. He's got the time. You get the chess clock for a reason, and in chess, one of the important things to know how to do is time management and knowing at what points are very important to take the time to math out your plays.
I'm not sure tapped out discussing trades is the time for that though.
No, well, I think he's thinking of his line, like what he is doing. Alternatively, he could have just stepped away to the bathroom
In the middle of his blocks, like, you know what?
He's like, shit. You know what? Or like
and that's fair because I'm the
door.
one who played Black Lotus into Hero Blade Hold. Yeah, it's been a lot of waiting because we've been finishing so early. Also, hi Medibot. If you haven't seen anything yet, we're the White Machine. Our plays have been defined by having Mox Pearl and Black Lotus into unreasonable creatures early. Our deck tops out at 4 except for Sun Titan and Elish Norn, which are both... never actually gotten to play Elish Norn yet. We've had the opportunity, but it was just never correct.
Yeah. I mean, this was a hand that looked like Elish Norn was coming down on 4 in, but the hymn...
And the hymn solved that.
Got rid of that. And, man.
Then Sun Titan. It looked like, well, Sun Titan on Wall of Omens is pretty good.
The big thing with how this has gone is that this is exactly how I would want to build a deck. We have, what, like 1 or 2 pieces of extremely good top end, and the rest of it's just efficient cards at, like, 2 to 4.
Yep. With a few ones. Soldier of the Pantheon has been on time for, like, the past 4 games.
And relevant, like...
Not relevant as a multicolor pro-man, but as, like, a Savant Alliance.
It's a Savant Alliance with upside.
Your opponent Scabs is disconnected.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Scabs. Maybe he's in like Detroit area right now, and like
Snowman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from what I hear, they're getting like freezing, terrible rain, and power lines are going down. And
we haven't had the freezing part, but it rained about 4 or 5 inches of rain last night. It was maddening.
Maddening.
We also have Mirror Entity. It's pretty cool.
Which we've never used, but the threat was enough in one of the games.
Yeah, the threat was enough to get him to waste his not waste, but spin. It was correct to kill the Mirror Entity with his.
I never finished my thought. Mirror Entity is an angel, so you can't blink it with Resto. That was the end of my like rundown on Resto Angel.
Oh. We're not the communism deck. We're America's Army.
The hero of Bladehold.
Yeah, hero of Bladehold.
That card's won what 2 to 3 now?
It's won both games I've played it in, counting this one.
Yeah.
Also, that is a fucked up horse. Lady, your horse has problems.
You should see the art for the promo one. That one's a little weirder. If I remember the card, I might have that one confused with Resto. Blade Hold. I might have that one confused with a different card that has like a strange art. Nope. That one's got a silly looking horse too.
Oh, how do I look at the promo art? Just have to Google it, I guess.
No. You click on.
Song Gatherer.
Oh, actually,
Usually there's like
Yeah,
a
you
little symbol that says promo, but
no, you can't pull it up and gather. What the hell?
here we go. Oh, it is. It's on Gathering Magic. On Magic the Gathering. Now that's This is also a fucked up horse, but that's some boob cup armor.
Yep, absolutely.
And Pauldron. That's like the cover of like heavy metal. Except the dude who did that, Arzak. Guy made Arzak. What's that guy's name? Mobius. That guy is actually really cool. And like I think he printed like 300 page comics that had no words in them.
Huh.
You'll know what I'm talking
Scabs
about
is
as soon as you see this picture. Of like, remember the birds from Heavy Metal the movie? It was that guy. He made the birds.
The birds.
These look like Esper cormorants. I think that's what they're called.
Uh,
From Conflux. Yeah, these guys.
ah, hello, Foul Mind. We have a mono white deck that we're playing today. Right now, we're on Art Interlude because our opponent has disappeared.
Opponent is disconnected. The game has been defined by he him to Turak me, but I kept my Black Lotus. And then I played Black Lotus into Hero of Bladehold. And then he assigned blocks and then went away. We're not actually Golem Tribal anymore since we don't have Solemn Simulacrum in the deck. Really, it's just Precursor Golem, who I'm actually playing as 5 mana, 9 power and toughness, and Blade Splicer, who I'm playing as a 3/3 first strike with the accompanying 1/1.
With also the ability to blink for more 3/3s between Resto Angel and Flicker Wisp, if that ever came up. Yeah, this game specifically is defined by that Black Lotus in the graveyard and the Hero Blade hold and play.
Yep. If the game were to continue, if I were to draw a land, I would Windmill Slam Silverblade Paladin on Knight of Glory and then kill my opponent.
Yep. Oh, good point. Yeah. Mirror Entity is a golem and makes all creatures you control golems.
Ooh, XX First Strike. It's pretty cool. Never actually came up because I've never actually drawn Blade Splicer.
That's weird because Blade Splicer is one of the best cards. I really like that card in here.
It's really good. We have a bunch of amazing threes, and it's one of them.
Yeah, Blade Splicer has so many like small things that go well for it. Like it makes it's 2 creatures split.
Hey, I have new product.
New product.
We have.
I'm sorry, Scabs, for whatever has gone on your end.
I'm sorry, Scabs. You have an excellent name. I have a Sorin.
Oh, is it Sorin?
It's Sorin Markov.
Mm-hmm.
He's making his vampire eyes at me. It's like is it like a headshot for like his new scent? Markov by Sorin.
Yeah.
My Mercadian Mask packs, which are sideways.
You know what? Yeah, why are they sideways? Why don't they have a picture of Maz? What the hell's going on here?
I don't know. And 18 fake tickets.
The cube right now costs 16, I believe.
It costs I think it costs 16. Can't you do like regular Phantom drafts with it?
Yes, those they standardize all the fake points into one fake point, except for new player points,
which were already at their own fake tickets. Yeah, I think I don't quite feel like another one, even though that was really great.
That's cool.
Our deck is still all on the sideboard.
Yeah. We had a really cool deck. I guess you've got a Mercadian Masks draft you can do now.
I do. I have a Mercadian.
You want to try something?
I will do that eventually. I'll
later.
Do it for I have to the 8th.
Yeah, and if not, you can just sell the 3 packs for like some tickets.
Yeah, it'll be worth more than they're supposed to be, even though they're all junk.
But yeah. So as far as Dark Confidant as a first pick,
I have Dark Confidant as a. What am I doing? What do I pick out of this pack? Oh, there's Dark Confidant. All right. Also, the
Okay.
Inquisition of Kozilek here wasn't an early pick. I got past that.
that was a late card. Yeah. Black immediately dried up, and I think white. You picked Elishnorn and Sun Titan as 2 and 3
Yep. Like
cards that were never cast.
Cards that were never
You-
cast.
You never played your first 3 picks.
I never. And like, I got Soldier of the Pantheon kind of late. Honor.
That honor.
The Honor of the Pure. Like, I picked Night of Glory over that. And played Night of Glory a bunch. So we were almost green because of Fleece Main Lion. Anyways, thank you for joining me, everybody. It's been Gnome Bitten and Slyo9 on the late delay.
Yep.
We were the White Machine. You think you're gonna do one of these or later, buddy?
Something. Yeah, I'm gonna do one of these later. That sounds reasonable.
Get me on the horn when you do. That way I will not be
Will
on
do. That's true. We did pick up the gens.
We picked up this guy. Hey, I never knew this was a book. I always thought it was like a weird stump branch thing. He was like, hey.
No. There's the Stunted Growth. There's also Solemn Simulacrum is a player created card.
Player created card. They really.
Yeah, like Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant was Bob Meyer, Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Solemn Simulacrum is Jens Thorin.
Jens Thorin.
Yep.
A different Jens. But I always thought this was like a weird piece of wood, and like the implication.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Hey, I've got this pointed piece of wood. Guess where it's going?
Until yesterday, I thought that as well. And then when I was looking at the art, I was like, wait, it's a tome!
It's a book!
He's reading from this old mossy book of bullshit spells that make you put 3 cards away.
Anyway, we have teetered on long enough. Good evening or good afternoon, everyone.